You'd never want to make your dog uncomfortable, but certain touches do exactly that without you knowing. And in this video, you'll discover the 9 sensitive spots that can damage your bond when touched the wrong way. Number 1. The tail tip. Your dog's tail might look like a sturdy handle, but it's actually one of the most delicate parts of their body. The tail is an extension of your dog's spine, packed with tiny bones called vertebrae that can easily fracture or dislocate. Between each of these bones sit sensitive nerve endings that send pain signals straight to your dog's brain when squeezed or pulled. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that 67% of dogs showed signs of discomfort or stress when their tails were touched unexpectedly, even by their owners. Think about it this way. How would you feel if someone grabbed the tip of your finger and yanked it without warning? That's exactly what your dog experiences when you grab their tail tip. The pain can be so sudden that even the sweetest dog might snap or yelp in self-defense. This reaction isn't aggression. It's pure survival instinct kicking in. What makes this worse is that many dogs wag their tails when they're happy, making them moving targets for accidental grabs. Kids are especially prone to this mistake because wagging tails look fun and playful. If you need to handle your dog's tail for grooming or medical reasons, always start at the base, near their body, and work gently outward. Never grab or pull from the tip, and always let your dog know you're about to touch them there. Number 2. Direct eye contact and head pat combo. You walk up to your dog with love in your heart. Lean over them, lock eyes, and reach for their head. Feels normal, right, wrong. This combination is actually one of the most threatening gestures in dog language. When you loom over your dog while staring directly into their eyes, you're mimicking exactly what a predator does before an attack. Dogs are hardwired through thousands of years of evolution to read this body language as a threat. A 2019 study from the University of Helsinki examined over 13,000 dog interactions and found that direct eye contact combined with overhead approach triggered stress responses in 89% of dogs tested. Your dog might tolerate this because they trust you, but their nervous system is still screaming danger signals. You'll notice subtle signs like lip licking, head turning, or freezing in place. These are called calming signals, and they're your dog's way of saying they're uncomfortable. The head itself is a vulnerable zone for dogs, and having a large figure tower over them while reaching for it activates their fight or flight response. Want to pet your dog's head the right way. Approach from the side instead of head on. Avoid staring directly into their eyes, especially with unfamiliar dogs. Let your hand come in from the side or below their chin level rather than from above. This completely changes the dynamic from threatening to friendly. Number 3. Ears. During excitement. Picture this. Your dog is zooming around the yard, playing tug-of-war, or greeting visitors with wild enthusiasm. Their energy is through the roof. This is the absolute worst time to touch their ears. When dogs are in an excited or aroused state, their nervous system is already firing on all cylinders. Adding ear stimulation on top of that can put them over their threshold for self-control. Dogs have over 18 muscles in their ears, and the ear itself is filled with sensitive nerve endings. During high arousal, these nerves are already processing maximum input from their environment. Touch becomes overstimulation. Many dogs will snap or nip reflexively when their ears are touched during play, not because they're mean, but because they literally can't control the impulse. It's like when someone tickles you and you kick without meaning to. Your dog's brain is so flooded with stimulation that it short-circuits normal bite inhibition. This is especially common in herding breeds and terriers who have naturally high arousal levels. If your dog loves ear rubs, save them for calm moments, like when they're relaxing beside you on the couch. Never reach for the ears when your dog is barking, jumping, or running around. Wait for them to settle first, then offer gentle ear scratches as a reward for calming down. Number 4. Muzzle grabbing. Grabbing a dog's muzzle might seem harmless or even affectionate to you, but to your dog, it's a power move. In the canine world, muzzle grabs are how dominant dogs assert control over subordinates. Mother dogs will gently hold their puppies' muzzles to discipline them. Aggressive dogs will clamp down on another dog's muzzle during fights to establish dominance. Predators attack the muzzle area to immobilize prey. Your dog's brain doesn't distinguish your intentions from these ingrained patterns. Research from the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior shows that muzzle handling without proper desensitization increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone, by an average of 32% in dogs. Even if your dog sits still and accepts it, their internal stress response is activated. The muzzle area is incredibly sensitive because it houses critical sensory organs, their nose and whiskers. Dogs rely on their sense of smell more than any other sense, and interfering with their nose creates genuine anxiety. When you hold their muzzle, you're also restricting their ability to communicate through facial expressions and panting. Dogs pant to regulate body temperature and anxiety, so preventing this can make them feel trapped. Some owners grab muzzles to give medication or stop unwanted behavior, but this only builds negative associations. Instead, train your dog to accept gentle handling through positive reinforcement and gradual desensitization. Number 5. The paw pads, when wet. Your dog just came in from a rainy walk or a bath. Their paw pads are wet and sensitive. You reach down to wipe or touch them. Big mistake. Wet paw pads are exponentially more sensitive than dry ones because water softens the protective outer layer of skin. Think about how your own fingertips feel pruny and tender after a long bath. Your dog experiences the same vulnerability. The paw pads contain thousands of nerve receptors that help dogs navigate terrain, detect temperature, and maintain balance. When these pads are wet, every touch feels amplified and can border on painful. What's worse is that you're creating a negative association with a routine your dog needs to tolerate, like paw cleaning after walks. If your dog learns that wet paws equal uncomfortable touching, they'll start resisting nail trims, paw inspections, and grooming sessions. This can snowball into a real behavioral problem over time. Many dogs will pull their paws away, growl, or even snap when wet paws are touched because the sensation is genuinely unpleasant. The key is timing and technique. Let your dog's paws dry naturally for a few minutes before handling them. When you do need to clean wet paws, use a highly absorbent towel and gentle pressure rather than rubbing or squeezing. Pair paw handling with high-value treats so your dog builds positive associations. Train paw tolerance during calm moments with dry paws first, then gradually introduce the routine when paws are damp. Number 6. Hugging from behind. Dogs don't hug. They just don't. Hugging is a primate behavior that dogs tolerate because they love us, not because they enjoy it. But hugging from behind takes this discomfort to a whole new level of panic. When you wrap your arms around your dog from behind, they can't see what's restraining them. Their vision is blocked, their movement is restricted, and their fight or flight response kicks into overdrive. A 2016 study analyzing over 250 photographs of dogs being hugged found that 81.6% showed visible signs of stress or anxiety, including whale eye, ears pinned back, and lip licking. Dogs are prey animals, as much as they are predators, and being restrained from behind mimics how predators attack in nature. Your scent and voice don't override this primal panic response as quickly as you'd think. Many dog bites happen during hugs, especially with children who approach from behind without warning. Your dog might freeze, which people often misinterpret as acceptance, but freezing is actually a fear response. If you must show physical affection, approach from the side where your dog can see you. Drape one arm over gently rather than fully restraining them, and always give them an escape route. Number 7. The base of the tail. That spot, right where your dog's tail meets their back, might seem like prime scratching territory, but it's actually a nerve minefield. The sacral area contains a dense cluster of nerve endings that connect the tail to the spine and control the hind legs. Touching this spot can cause sharp discomfort or strange sensations that your dog can't predict or control. Many dogs have a reflexive response where their leg kicks or their tail twitches when you hit this zone. That's not enjoyment. That's an involuntary nerve reaction, similar to when a doctor taps your knee with a reflex hammer. In dog social behavior, touching another dog's tail base can be interpreted as mounting behavior or dominance display. Your dog might misread your friendly scratch as something more assertive or even sexual. This confusion can damage trust over time, especially if your dog is already anxious or unsure around you. Number 8. The belly. Yes, dogs love belly rubs, but only when they're actually asking for them. Here's the truth most owners miss. A dog rolling onto their back isn't always an invitation. According to research published in Behavioral Processes, approximately 30% of belly-up displays in domestic dogs are actually appeasement gestures, not requests for attention. When a dog shows you their belly out of submission or anxiety, they're saying, "I'm vulnerable. Please don't hurt me." Touching them in this state breaks the trust they're desperately trying to establish. You'll know the difference by watching their body language. A dog who wants a belly rub will be loose and wiggly with a relaxed face and maybe even pawing at you. A dog showing submission will be tense with ears back, avoiding eye contact, and possibly even trembling slightly. If you touch a submissive dog's belly, you're ignoring their emotional plea and teaching them that showing vulnerability leads to discomfort. This can make anxiety worse over time. Some dogs also have a ticklish or sensitive belly that triggers that involuntary leg kick. Always let your dog initiate belly contact by staying relaxed and engaged while you touch them. Number 9. Touching while eating. Resource guarding isn't a personality flaw. It's a survival instinct hardwired into every dog's DNA. In the wild, a dog who doesn't protect their food doesn't survive. Your domesticated pet still carries this ancient programming. When you reach toward your dog during mealtime, their brain interprets this as a threat to their survival resources. Even the friendliest dog can develop food aggression if you repeatedly touch them, take away their bowl, or pet them while they eat. You're teaching them that human hands near food mean the food disappears. Over time, this creates anxiety that can escalate into growling, snapping, or biting. The tragedy is that owners often do this thinking they're preventing food aggression, but they're actually creating it. If you want a dog who's comfortable around food, build positive associations instead. Drop high-value treats into their bowl while they eat, so hands mean good things, not theft. Now you know exactly which spots to avoid, so your dog feels safe and respected around you. But here's the thing. Protecting your bond is only half the battle. You also need to actively show love in ways your dog actually understands. So our next video breaks down 12 simple ways to tell your dog you truly love them in their own language. Miss this, and you might be wondering why your dog doesn't seem as connected to you as you'd hope.